The educational gap is not the problem.
And the consequences of societal factors that are tied into the economics of their lives, into the racial dynamics of their lives, and into the schooling dynamics of their lives that have really marginalized their chances for success.
Estando al estilo mexicano, no nos interesa mucho porque en México lo que queremos es la conveniencia de cada uno. Mucha envidia.
It's like they didn't want to have to do work. They tried avoiding the hardest classes purposely. They did as less work as they could to graduate the easiest way possible.
We have to get past the assumption that those in America or those who succeed in our society are more intelligent or harder working than those who don't. Because America has a meritocratic ideal, especially in the educational system, we really neglect the resources that help students succeed. And so a lot of Mexican Americans and African Americans have internalized this idea that they're somehow deficient in not only their culture, but in their performance as students. Poverty is that it introduces dynamics into the family that will require often, especially for Mexican Americans, the parents of these children to ask their children to participate in economic productivity. And that generally means participating in the agricultural sector because of the limited economic opportunities, like for example here in the state of Washington, that a lot of immigrant parents possess. So immigrant parents come to the United States, they have low educational attainment, very limited economic opportunities, specifically geared towards the agricultural sector or economy, and because of such low pay that's present in these economic sectors, they really have to ask their children to participate in those activities.
I had a friend who, she was doing very well in school. It's not because she was failing, but because she had to leave school because she had to work. Her mom and dad, they could barely make money to eat and stuff, and she said that she was going to leave school because she had to work, and she had to support her parents.
Que no, el papá no piensa lo que está haciendo. Muchos padres llevan a sus hijos a trabajar desde los 5, 6, 7 años, llevar al papá lo que quiere es sacar dinero. Más dinero, especialmente ahorita que hay cosechas de cherry, cosechas de manzana. Mejor se los llevan a pescar que decirles a ellos, vayan a la escuela.
What it does is it disrupts the learning of children because they will generally have to go before school to work in the fields, go to school for a number of hours, try to concentrate on that when they're physically and psychologically exhausted, and then go back to work after school. And that limits their ability to receive tutoring or extracurricular support from their teachers. And unfortunately, because teachers are often unaware of these dynamics in these children's lives, these teachers will often misrepresent what these students are living through and think that these students are lazy because they're falling asleep in class, or they're disinterested or disengaged and really don't value education, and that perpetuates the stereotypes that Mexican Americans don't value education or parents are disinterested, and nothing could be farther from the truth.
El trabajo y el estudio es muy difícil porque salir muy cansado y luego ir a estudiar. No le pone mucha atención a la maestra porque tenemos aquí cansado de que hicimos tantas cajas de espárrago y todo eso y se cansa uno y no pone una atención bien en los estudios. Por eso es mejor cuando haya suficiente tiempo. Una, dos, no trabajar y irse a la escuela bien preparadamente.
Usually in the summers I do field work like all the time. I've been doing it since probably my freshman year because my parents feel like it's important, like to keep me away from the fields. Like they've always told me that the reason that they have me work in the fields is so that way I don't get used to wanting to do it all the time. Like in a way they're motivating me to not want to live that kind of life because that's how they started.